everyone. I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi.
And I'm Rich Nation, and this is Shell Point Today for Thursday, April 2nd. On today's show, we will enjoy some golfing tips out on the green from the pro instructor himself, Gary Keating. Then we'll take a golf cart over to the Shell Point garage to find out about the service Scotty and the gang provide for your golf cart. And finally, we'll go see what's cooking for Easter Sunday brunch at the Crystal.
But first, we want to remind you that tomorrow is Good Friday. The Village Church invites you to observe and remember the crucifixion as the congregation will gather around a large cross and receive the elements of the Lord's Supper and a devotional presented by Pastor Hawkins. The observance begins at 10:15 a.m. in the Village Church. Holy Week continues on Sunday with a sunrise service at 6:45 at the Lagoon Amphitheater on the island. Morning service inside the church at 10:15 a.m. and a Season of Praise concert Sunday evening at 6:15 with organist Diane Bish. Tickets are available for the evening concert for $10 by contacting the Village Church.
Planning ahead, be sure not to miss the Pianist to the Presidents. The Fine and Performing Arts Series presents the David Osborne Trio performing at the Village Church next Thursday evening, the 9th. Osborne's recordings have become the #1 romantic piano recordings nationwide and have reached millions of fans. For tickets, call 454-2067.
On Easter Sunday, what could be better than Sunday brunch? The Crystal has a holiday menu just for the occasion. Greg Pindara shares more about the Easter Sunday brunch.
Hello, Shell Point. We're here at the beautiful Crystal Dining Room with Greg Pindara once again. And you know, here at the Crystal, every Sunday is a fantastic Sunday brunch. But you know, this Sunday, it's going to be a super Sunday brunch. Greg, tell us about it.
Well, it's Easter Sunday, which happens to be our busiest day of the year, and we're putting many top-line items out on the buffet for the Easter Sunday brunch. Last year, we did 500 people in 4 hours, so we expect to do as many this year.
And tell me what some of this high-end stuff, like I see you've got one of my favorites, prime rib. What else do we have?
Well, we got prime rib, and there's going to be, of course, eggs Benedict. Then we got fresh salmon with a scampi sauce. We have herb roasted chicken. There's braised lamb. The mixed grill of spring vegetables, southern style green beans, creamed spinach, candied sweet potatoes, whipped potatoes and gravy, and of course the fantastic Easter dessert buffet. And we will also have our chocolate fountain out, where fruit can be dipped in chocolate as part of your dessert.
That's fantastic. And now you get your beverage here as well.
Oh, you get everything. Everything is included in the price.
Everything, folks. It's an amazing thing, an amazing spread, more than you could possibly eat, but what a selection.
And it's going to be a fantastic day. It really is. You can also use your passport card to pay for the Easter brunch. And that is a big option. That gives you the discount of your passport card.
And that's all yours for only $26.95 for this super Sunday brunch. So come on out this Sunday, Easter Sunday, and enjoy it.
Spring is a great time for any outdoor activity. It's the perfect season for a relaxing pastime and some fresh air. If you're of the sporting type, then one of them here at Shell Point that covers a lot of ground is golfing. It's time to get out those clubs and head over to the evergreen retreat of the Shell Point Golf Club. Gary Keating has some tips today to help sharpen your skills. Soon you'll be playing like a pro in no time.
Hi, my name is Gary Keating, golf professional here at Shell Point Golf Club. We're going to talk about the driver today. Throughout all the lessons we give here at Shell Point, we see on the digital camera the club face is always open at the moment of impact. Unfortunately, when the club face is open at the moment of impact, ball goes to the right of the intended target. We're going to give you a very quick fix on how to square the club face up at the bottom of the golf swing. So I'm going to make some practice swings here and demonstrate on the positions of the right hand when it's open, and also the right hand when the club faces square at the bottom of the golf swing. So let me look at the swing for a second. We're going to come in here. You'll see basically this is the fade shot, or a block to the right, or a high slice. And the thing you'll need to notice is watch where the handle is at the moment of impact. As we come forward, if the handle goes forward towards the target at impact, the club face gets open. We come here, handle goes forward, and you can see the club face is open at impact. Unfortunately, that ball is going to go to the right, generally short, not in the fairway. I'm going to show you correct swing. We want to make sure the butt of the club, which is the top of the cap, at the bottom of the swing, gets back in the center of the belly button. And as you can see, that club faces square at the bottom of the golf swing. So let's hit one, we'll show you how it looks like it's square at the bottom. Once again, ball position, 3 inches off the inside left heel. Butt of the club's always in the center of the belly button. We're just going to pull it back and hit it with the right hand. Hi, thank you, and I hope this helps you. You can contact us at shellpointgolf.com. Thank you.
After some rounds of golf, you might find it's time to get the old golf cart serviced or repaired. Actually, so many of us depend on golf carts to get around the Shell Point property. The Shell Point Garage is the place to go to keep this equipment in tip-top shape.
Well, I know probably everybody who's watching knows what this is. It's a golf cart, of course, and they know because so many people here use them, employees and residents alike. And the unique thing is you are well equipped with some really good expertise in way of a golf cart mechanic to service everyone's golf cart when they come here. So not just cars. Pretty much anything that rolls, it seems like you do.
Anything that rolls, yes, pretty much, and has a motor or electric motor or whatever. But you know, Paul over here is my master mechanic that I hired. So this is Paul. He's my master mechanic. You say hi, Paul.
So it looks like you're working on a charger here to charge the batteries for the golf carts.
And if the charger's broken, we can repair them too. So.
Now, you ever had a situation where somebody has to have their golf cart towed? Does that ever happen?
Yeah, we'll tow them. Yeah, I got tow strap ready to set up and pick them up if they need to be.
Now, when it comes to electrical golf carts, do you do those too?
Yes, electrical, gas. He's certified in everything to do with a golf cart.
So it's kind of like a car. It's not just their engine. You can fix their
brakes,
tires, their brakes.
Tires.
Wow.
Yep.
Pretty much just like with the cars, they can drop them off. You can do a night drop. They can schedule it. Should they schedule something like this if they know ahead of time?
Well, a lot of time the residents are showing up and just would like their air in their tires checked and just check the water in the batteries. So we do a little quick check for them. But if it's anything that's major, you know, they either make an appointment or drop it off. But a lot of times, even like today, I think 3 or 4 people stop by to get the air in the tires checked and make sure the water in the battery levels were good. And so we've been taking care of that a lot for the residents too.
The temperature affects the batteries. When it gets really, really hot, that's when a battery is going to stop working, or when it gets really, really cold. Is it the same thing with the golf carts?
I would say the heat is worse. Heat's definitely worse.
So that's the number one thing to kill the battery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you're having a problem with your golf cart, or so that you don't have a problem with your golf cart, make sure you have Scotty and his team check it out for you, especially with the hot days that are soon to come here at Shell Point.
And now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, menus, and Village Church connections.
Welcome to the Happenings segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley, and this is Caitlin Van Scoy, and we're going to go over your Thursday activities. At 7:15, we have a Health Connections class, Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That's held in the Health Club on the island. 8 o'clock, we have the Men's Golf Association down at the Shell Point Golf Club. At 8 o'clock, pickleball will be at the pickleball court. That's behind the Resident Activities Center. Also at 8 o'clock, the round robin doubles tennis will be going on at the Woodlands tennis courts. At 9 o'clock, Samba, the card game, will be in the Sable Room of the Woodlands, and they're looking for a few more players. So if you're interested, head on down there. At 9:30, we have current events in the game room of the Woodlands. Also at 9:30, we have the ladies match play tennis at the Woodlands tennis courts. And our last activity at 9:30 is the Paddlers Club. They'll meet at the kayak storage for their weekly outing. 9:45, we have introduction to beginning line dancing. That's held in the health club on the island. And from 10 to 12, the photo gallery and studio will be open for touring. At 10:15, we have basic line dancing in the health club on the island. And then the Susie Q heads to Rum Runners at 11 o'clock. You do need to sign up for those trips. Now here's Caitlin for your afternoon activities.
Thank you, Bev. We have Mahjong at 12:45 in the library lounge. And at 1:15, the spot play readers gather in the Osprey Room. From 2 to 4 today, the photo gallery and studio will be open for viewing. At 2:15, the photo club will be meeting in the social center on the island. And at 2:45, we have a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 2, and that's in the health club, and it's currently full. We jump to 4 o'clock, and the seamstress will be here for her weekly service, and she'll be in the Osprey Room if you need any sewing done. At 4:30, the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting will be in the Sable Room of the Woodlands. And at 6:30, we have Dividing the Estate at the Florida Repertory Theater. Pickups begin at 6:30 on the island, 6:45 Woodlands, and 7 o'clock Eagles Preserve and Estuary. 6:30 is the time for Pinochle in the library lounge. And our last activity of the day is the Trailblazers Bible Study at 7 o'clock, and that'll be in the Woodlands game room. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Menus for Thursday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is General Tso's chicken with fried rice and snap peas. The dinner special is the Crystal Carving Board for $13.95, and the soup of the day is potato leek. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is mini burgers with grilled onions and fries for $7.25. The dinner special is Thai night for $8.25. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are ribeye for $19.95 or yellowfin tuna for $18.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Glenda Stephenson, who's our administrator. And Glenda, we're here to talk about what I think is really kind of the engine that makes the Village Church go in a lot of respects. Because the women in this church are really remarkable people, and they offer and provide so much service that we simply need to have a special program just to talk about those folks, don't we?
We really do. I've often said the women are the heart of the church because they serve with such an exceptional servant heart, and this church is no exception. I love our ladies.
That's right. And speaking of servanthood, the one body that we have that sort of elected offices are called Deaconesses, and the word deacon really does mean servant. And it has come out of the New Testament sort of context in which certain people were set aside to provide various kinds of works of service in various areas. And so we have a board of deacons that does some of those kinds of things of men, but we also have the deaconesses. First of all, how many of them are there approximately?
We have 19 ladies that serve in that capacity right now, all of them elected, because of their reputation, their Christ-likeness, I believe.
That's right. It was interesting to me that those who were set aside in the New Testament church in order to do the kind of service and hospitality and the kinds of things that we'll be talking about in a moment, nevertheless had to be spiritually qualified, and that's the kind of thing that you're referring to. The godliness of these women, I think, is something that we always look for, and not that there aren't other godly women who aren't on this board, but certainly that's one of the criteria. But what kinds of things do the Deaconesses do?
The Deaconesses serve the body in a number of ways. One of those critical areas is they prepare communion. And once a month, or sometimes a little more often, as we observe communion together, they have done all of the preliminary work to make that happen, get all the elements ready, get them prepared, laid out, ready for us to partake. That's an important function just to help us do that well. They also call on all of the women who are in the pavilion who have association with the village church. And so they rotate, everybody's assigned a name of a lady that they can follow up and call on and visit, let them know they're not forgotten, that they're loved and appreciated, even at that stage. We have one of our deaconesses that heads up getting greeters for all of our services. So as you walk in the front door and you're met by somebody who greets you, perhaps hands you an outline or whatever, those people have been recruited by our deaconesses. They head up our fellowship events.
That's right.
And so when we have receptions, when we have ice cream socials, when we have refreshments in conjunction with Global Impact Week or other events, most of the time those events are headed up by our deaconesses. And they're there early, they're preparing food, they're laying it out, they clean it up. It's hard work.
Indeed it is.
And they do it very well. They oversee the kitchen as a part of that responsibility, and then, may surprise some people, but we do have a little nursery at the village church.
That's right.
And while it's not staffed, it is available for children. And so they oversee that, make sure that the crib linens are washed and kept nice, and just take care of that. So a number of different functions that they have within our body here that's much appreciated.
That's right. And those are only the official things that they do. Obviously, the fact that they are who they are, the fact that they just simply engage with people over the course of time in the community is a great encouragement. So there are informal things that certainly take place by virtue of their simply walking through the community and connecting with people.
You're absolutely right.
That's right. Now, in addition to the Deaconesses, there is a women's ministry that's overseen by a women's ministry president, who is Eleanor Pease, and has been the last several years. What do the women's ministries activities look like, and how does that contribute to the nature of our community here at the Village Church?
Women's Ministries has a real heart for our global work, and so a major component of what they do is to take care of our missionary kid, our third culture kid. They bring a monthly emphasis to the body that is a missions focus normally. Now, sometimes it'll be local missions here within the Fort Myers area, but it's usually some kind of an outreach focus. And so they organize those monthly events, get the speakers, and take care of all of that. Usually Christmas time, and again in April, they do something that's a little bit more special. We always have a lovely Christmas celebration that's sponsored by Women's Ministries. They also take care of some Bible study things. Usually every fall and every spring we'll have a Bible study series that's open to anybody in the community that would like to participate with that. And they just do a variety of things that way to help pull our ladies into the body life of the church.
That's right. And some of the things that they do aren't just for ladies, are there? They actually are open to the men in the church as well. Some of those global impact kinds of things.
Yeah, the monthly focus, they invite men to join, and they're welcome to, and many men do come to those events.
That's right. There's usually a project that they connect with, a national project that they help communicate about, help us understand the nature of the project, and then help raise support for that, and that's always really exciting. We find that usually taking place in the fall.
Yeah, usually October, they'll do a Sunday night that introduces the project, and it will be something that is done in connection with the ladies of the denomination, and we take our specific part of that project and try and raise funds for it and own it throughout the course of the year, and that changes annually.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you as pastor, they're a great encouragement to me and certainly to our fellowship in general. And I love working with those ladies and seeing what they do for the betterment of the village church. And I think it's a great encouragement that our listeners, our audience, understands something about how that functions, because they're simply a significant part of who we are in the life and ministry of the village church.
They really are. And as you said, I love those ladies. They encourage me, they challenge me, and I love working with them.
That's right. Well, we hope that you'll connect with them too in whatever way possible might be there. But please join us anytime you can have an opportunity to do so at the village church. Thank you and God bless.
Well, that's going to do it for another Shell Point today. Come back tomorrow when we'll find out what's happening lately at the Island Health Club. And we'll look back on the top stories of this week. Until then, this is Rich Nation.
And I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi. We hope you have a safe and wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.